In general, how do players today handle many of the situations that you played through?
Well, most players today don't have the social situation that we had. It's more about the individual. And a lot of it isn't very good football. A lot of it is good physical events, like one play somebody might make a great hit, or a great run, or a great pass. But overall, there are too many mistakes. The ball is on the ground too much. There are too many stupid mistakes, dumb mistakes, that will personal fouls at the wrong time, not knowing where the first down line is. All those kind of things are prevalent today. So consequently, I don't have a lot of respect for the overall quality of play, but for certain individuals, I have great respect for because they're true warriors. You know, Tom Brady is a great quarterback. Peyton Manning is a great quarterback. LJ, LT, they're great running backs.
What do you think of many players running out of bounds to avoid hits today?
My attitude, if you're a football player, you don't run away from anything physical that will serve your purpose. Well, that's just cut and dry. That's only how I feel about it.
What do you think Paul Brown would have said had someone on the Browns team scored a touchdown and then jumped up and shimmied or something of that nature?
I don't know what Paul would have done, but more importantly is how I feel about it. I think it's selfish. I think it's boorish. I think it's corny. And I think it hurts the performances, and I think it hurts the game.
You once told the Syracuse Herald-Journal, and this was a while ago, that the modern black athletes are the most embarrassing collection of individuals I've ever known. What drove you to make that statement?
The buffoonery, the things we fought to get away, the stereotypical gestures, the rolling of the eyes and the dancing and all of the Walt Disney stereotypical racial disgraces. You wonder how these individuals can be so stupid not to understand how the general public is looking at them. So, yeah, you know, I said that many times, and I say that to them. I don't think that is cute. And I don't think that the majority of the fans in the stands think it's cute. I think it's like chasing the shadow of the rabbit instead of chasing the rabbit. You know, entertainment was always used in slave quarters. In fact, they used to take fighters and blindfold them, put everybody in the ring, and let you fight until the last guy was standing. And they'd be sitting around the ring in tuxedos with their women and jewelry, and that was the entertainment, boss. So if you study history, you don't want to emulate the things that were degrading and humiliating. Humiliation was unreal, but now guys are voluntarily playing the yes, a boss slave. So, yeah, that's embarrassing to me, to think that in this day and age, these young men would be out there shaking their butts and not knowing much of anything else, not understanding the dignity of a man and how to play a game and play it hard and let that speak for yourself. There's no debate in this conversation. Anybody that takes the other side has got to be an enemy. Any man that would teach his son that that's the thing to do should be arrested. Education, family, character, intelligence, humility. Okay? These are the things that make a culture live. The Jewish culture has a wonderful thing about education. It has a great thing about family. It has a great thing about unity, hard work, dedication. So I would like to say the African American community should emulate that. Let's refocus.
When did you realize you should use your fame to bring about change and raise awareness?
It's not like, power is not like fame. The human spirit is power. So I had that when I was born. I never felt like a second-class citizen when I was 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old. Discrimination, racism was terrible. And I had no desire to engage it in a positive way in any way. So that was a determination. It wasn't like when I was born realizing that men should be treated the same way. My attitude was always that I was a citizen, American citizen. I paid my damn taxes, and I wanted my damn rights. I wasn't trying to abuse white people. I wasn't trying to integrate anything. I just wanted my rights, whatever that meant. I want a house, and I can buy it. I have a right to buy it. I want to buy it. If I want to go in a restaurant, and it's a public restaurant, I want to go into that. American citizen, pay my taxes, I want my rights.
The Muhammad Ali Draft Summit, a lot of people talked about how that was a big statement, and that here's someone in Muhammad Ali who, in his statement against the draft, against the war, became controversial and hated by some overnight. You gathered other prominent African-American athletes together to show your support for him. How big of a statement was that for you?
Well, we don't measure statements. What we do is deal with circumstances. And that was a situation that had to be addressed. So I was the president of the Black Economic Union. John Wooten was my executive director. And I called John from London and told him to contact all the top athletes, black athletes from around the country, and have them meet Ali in Cleveland so we could discuss his situation with the draft. And they all showed up, and we had about a 3-hour meeting with him in the back room of my office in Cleveland, and realized that he was very sincere in his position, and that because of his religion he was not going to go into the Army. And we backed him. We said, hey, we've talked with this young man, and we all agree that he's right because it's his religious beliefs.
Muhammad Ali just turned 65. What do you most respect about him?
An interesting thing about him, the very interesting thing was all through his career, Angelo Dundee was there. And Angelo, of course, was a white individual, but Angelo was a rare guy who could be around Muslims, black Muslims, anybody, do his job, and everybody respected him. So this whole thing of race around Ali was a misconception because I think that he liked all people. He just was a people person, but because of the times, he was a very outspoken guy and hated racism just like I hated it.
It was kind of interesting. I was listening to someone talk about Muhammad Ali today on TV, and they said something that I found amazing. He didn't care about money. If he was that prominent an athlete and playing today, that would be unbelievable. Why do you think that is?
That he didn't care about money?
Right.
Ali was a man that was not going to accept second-class citizenship. And he loved poor people. He loved black people. He'd go in the neighborhoods because he liked the oppressed people. And he wanted to bring something in their life, man. He used to tell me, come on, Jim, let's go walk in the neighborhood. I said, walk in the neighborhood? What you going to do in the neighborhood, man? He said, let's go see the people. Say hello. Let them see us. I said, oh, okay. We go walk in the neighborhoods, man. Go in barber shops and go into beauty parlors and just talk to people. That's how he was. And we didn't talk about how much money anybody was making, you know. The country was a mess, man. And if you were black at that time and you weren't conscientious, you were out of your mind.